And so our journey begins. 4 trucks, 3 families, and 1 baby. Yup, that's right, a baby. Plus a whole lot of dust and remote camping makes for one interesting journey. We're so excited to have you join us on our travels. First stop, Normanton.
Hello dreamer, you've been dreaming for so long. Now you're waking, you're still waiting for the sun.
We've arrived, guys. Where are we, Matty?
Swamp Donkey's birth home.
You're not wrong there. Have a look at this place. We are
It's after, what was that station we passed?
Gambula.
Gambula Station that we turned off.
So we didn't quite make it to Normanton. A decent underestimation on the amount of stops we'd have to make with a 3-month-old meant that we landed ourselves in a pretty spectacular spot just off the Burke Development Road, which was about 5 k's from Gambula Station.
It's mother's milk.
Where's mine?
I only bought one.
That's the only question.
Where was my JD last night?
I'll get you a JD if you give me a Jimmy. Cheers.
Oh dear.
Well done.
Go on.
Intro. Hey?
Big track.
Oh, that'd have to be cattle probably. That's actually probably the man-eating croc. Just
Right there.
haven't had to come up and use you as his toothpick.
Matty, being the keen fisherman that he is, was straight to the waterhole to try and catch us a barra for dinner.
That's a nice water hole. Watch Matty get a snag first cast.
Let's wreck this Serenity. A bit of 2-stroke.
Once we'd pulled up at our camp for the night, we checked over our gear to make sure it was all still okay. We had a few squeaks here and there, but nothing too major. The dirt and corrugations, plus the excessive amount of rocks and stones flicking up, make for an interesting drive.
We've all had breakages.
No, we haven't. Look.
What? Oh, this is not good. I was right. I heard that rattling. I'm like, oh no. Where's the nearest target?
$30.
My $30 blender.
Are we having celebratory martinis?
Yeah.
What's happening with the boat?
Got to jack it up, assess the brake line, and whether we can repair it, or we might cap it off, bleed the brakes up so at least he's got one brake.
Base for the jack?
Yeah. Did you bring brake line?
I did.
Oh really?
Yep.
You brought brake line.
2 braided brake lines with me. 4 on that. Another 4 I'd prefer on that one. And a turbo.
Yeah. I need those brakes.
Alright, so maybe we did have some breakages, but nothing a few martinis and a bit of bush mechanics can't fix.
What happened? Don't know.
I'd say I'd just be from the rocks. Swinging past, and it's amazing watching them in the mirror.
Is that your brake lines hanging down underneath the front there?
All the wiring harness with
Stripped out.
I bought a tarp, so when you lie underneath there, you won't get dirty. For me to stand on while you're lying in the dirt, fixing the trail. I got a bottle jack.
Oh, it's the ball jack.
Oh, you just do that and it just goes up, eh? Very similar to a high with jack.
Bush mechanics over here.
What's that, sorry?
A max truck. Just throw onto the jack so not Jackie and singing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Stacey's my middle name.
Because I've got the high lift jack base. You want to sit on that?
That'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stoked.
Yeah, it's in gear as well.
Wrong size, brother.
21.
Phew, lucky Chris is prepared with all his gear. Although he should have brought his trunk monkey too.
And snap your wheel studs. But there's 4 other studs here. That shit sorted.
At least I can get started. Building it up for a while. You don't know, you don't care, no good. You gotta run just to get started. You gotta keep up just to get started.
Fire.
Oh no. Once the tyre was off, Chris and Matt were able to assess the damage and work out the best way to fix it so that Swamp Donkey could make it safely to Burketown.
I think this is going to work, Maddie.
She's busted off one there.
to the brakes.
Yeah.
The stone sort of was hitting the brake line where it joins into the back of the caliper. And I think between the stones and the corrugations, it was
Just
not
wobbled
enjoyed it.
loose and going to town for a small one.
What are you doing to fix it?
I brought some extended lines, so hopefully we can extend the lines.
Oh, I was lucky, huh?
Very. We had another option of clamping off one line, obviously this broken line, and then that would still give us brakes on one side.
Not have any brakes on the right side then?
At the minute, none, just because all the fluid has leaked out of the lines.
Yeah, you can smell it, huh? Or is that the spray that you've been spraying on?
A bit of both, really.
Yeah.
Might be
Ooh. Well, hopefully.
So here we go.
So enough on the trailer fixing business for now. Let's talk about where we are. Gambulla is a settlement that falls under the Shire of Mareeba, which covers an area of approximately 53,610 square k's. That is very stinky. There are lots of cows around here. Talking about cattle, poultry and cattle farming is very common in the Shire, along with being known for growing numerous crops like avos, mangoes, lychees, cashews, bananas, pineapples and coffee to name but a few. The boys are getting a fire ready here. Hey, Lord of the Flames.
How thick it is, man. Let's start with your camera.
Your tail's on fire. Masterpiece.
A little TP.
So look at this TP. You should be teaching Ezra how it's done. It's a talent right there, Caleb.
What TP
Very
making?
impressive, yeah. Now back to our history lessons. Tobacco was once the main grown crop of the local economy, but is now no longer grown in the Mareeba Shire. Hello, beautiful. Hello, sweetheart. We're going to go camping tonight. Well, you are camping already. Do you think it's fun?
Right. Let's see where the rocks. That's actually where the brake line screws in. See a faint little crack there? So as you do it up, there's a crack in there. Yeah.
What do you do?
Obviously took that off. And joined his old brake line, or his spare brake line, which is off the cruiser, onto the existing brake line.
The brakes in the cruiser don't work. So
Always carry spare brake lines in the cruiser for the cruiser.
unless you're towing Swampy, then carry two.
And pretty pleased with that little fix.
Well, boys, I believe you've earned yourself a Northern. Or a daiquiri, even. Nothing more manly than doing a bit of mechanical work and finishing off with a nice cold drink.
That's been
Brakes on?
Hey?
Brakes on. Can you just put the brakes on?
Oh no, they don't work. We didn't fix the problem.
Well, first night on the road in the middle of nowhere. We made it to, it was about 50 k's past Chillago, I think. It is in the middle of nowhere, but we found a really cool spot to pull up on the side of the road. I'll give you a look. And yeah, everyone's still in their little hidey holes. Sleeping Beauty's out of his tent. Here he is.
Morning.
There's Sleeping Beauty.
Right, that's the best sleep I've had in ages.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
My mouthwash poured over the computer.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's minty fresh.
It's nice out there.
It is beautiful, eh?
So we're back on the road this morning, heading west, and hopefully we'll arrive at Normanton with enough daylight to set up camp.
Where are we, fellas?
Good question, eh? Halfway,
No, buddy, no.
two-thirds of the way to Normington, isn't it?
Something like that. What's happening over here with the big fella?
Just had a good feed, Dad. Now I'm ready for a nap. Oh, just trying to get the rest off my fingers.
Get all that stuff in your mouth. Love
Just
it.
a bit of immune system boosting. Yeah.
Well, we've got some more dust and a little bit of water. It's dry, it's hot. Pretty much what Gulf country is all about.
Normanton is a small cattle town that is located in the Shire of Carpentaria, about 850 k's west of Townsville. It has a population of just over 1,200 people, with around 750 being Indigenous Australians. Among Normanton's notable statues, there is one of an 8.64 metre long saltwater croc named Chris, the Savannah King, which was the largest ever shot in the Norman River in 1957. This croc was so big it ended up in the Guinness Book of Records. Along with the crocs, barramundi and threadfin salmon may also be caught in the Norman River, so Matt, you may want to throw a line in. Normanton fuel stop.
Pretty cool. You got
It
actually
is really cool.
like a prepaid little fuel drum. You can punch in your details and
Pop your card in and follow the instructions.
sort
It's
of like a
actually,
prepaid system.
yeah, it's really awesome actually.
Get a bit of a guesstimate happening, but worked quite well. There's heaps of them here too.
Yeah. I'll do a bit of a walk around so you can see. Oh, you even got the high flow one. There you go. It's pretty awesome, really. Yes, Ezra. Where are we, Bubba? Kind of looks like we're in the middle of nowhere. But we're in Normanton. Filling the cars up so that we can make it to Burketown. Oh, bless you, Bubba.
What's happening, bud? What is happening?
So we made it,
This is camp in Normanton this morning.
but it was dark.
Very pretty spot. Had his bacon egg duties. He said for everyone. Chris on the blower. Chris doing his thing.
Chris just kindly pointed out I just ruined my egg.
And here he is. He's collapsed again. What do you think, Ezra? What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, perfect. Oh, it's like the same anyway.
It's amazing. Just like that, huh? Jeebus. Just like that. Cafe Chris. That's all. Where's Mum, Ezra? Over there doing her hair. It's a free camp just outside of Normanton. Got a pretty spot. The river's just there through the gap there. Check out that. Love it. Anyway, on to Burketown today.
Now, as you make your way through Normanton, be sure to stop at the Purple Pub, which is officially known as the National Hotel. It catches your eye because it is all purple. It's no wonder that it's one of the most photographed buildings in town. En route to Burketown, we made a pit stop at Flinders River, which is the longest river in Queensland, running approximately 1,000 kilometres.
Big cow skull.
Holy! That was out of the stomach of the 8-metre croc that came up. The cow? Probably. Look at the bones down there on the side of the river there. I saw a tree already.
Flinders River generally flows northwest across a large flat clay pan through the Gulf country before entering the beautiful Gulf of Carpentaria.
What do you think, Natty?
Conditions aren't on our side today.
Never are.
And we're off again, hopefully to make it to Leichhardt Falls, where we'll pull up and have some time.
Yeah, wow, have a look at this.
The Leichhardt Falls are about 77 k's from Burketown and varies in intensity from a raging torrent of water in the wet season to a mere trickle towards the end of the dry season.
We're gonna have some lunch. No big lizards down there, but very cool though, still very dry. But have a look at this.
The river has a catchment area of just under 32,900 square kilometres and runs in a northerly direction almost parallel with the Diamantina Development Road until it is dammed at Lake Mundara in Mount Isa.
Just go and grab some lunch and we'll catch you in Burketown.
We are here. Burketown Caravan Park. You're looking for it? Huh?
Driving isn't too bad, huh?
Nah, it's good.
It's 2 road runs away, so.
It's a long, long way to nowhere until you come here. So, Ezra made it.
You made it?
Made it. Yep.
We're going
Step into the camper.
check into the office and get our sites sorted. Start getting the boats ready.
Burketown, otherwise known as the Barramundi capital of Australia, has a population of just over 200 people, and so you can imagine there wasn't much choice on camping locations. So the Burketown Caravan Park it was. Time now to clean up the trucks and boats.
He's doing something that we probably should have done at the Cape last year and hosed the cover down before we take it off. If you don't blow it off, it'll just turn into red soup. advise it. If anyone's planning on coming along the Burke Development Road, sort of try and plan your stops because there's not much for free camping or anything like that. They're just big long stretches really.
That's the rocks and that. Just soup.
Once we'd hosed the boats and trucks down, we headed back to park up the boats, pack them all ready for Swears Island in the next few days and set up camp.
Yeah, of course.
Just boats.
And there's a bit of carnage already. As you can see, those straps are what tighten the entire cover down, and the stones have almost torn right through them. Goes to show what harsh terrain it really is out here. It's insane. We've been through half a dozen already. During the drive, we also sacrificed a few buckles on the dirt tracks too. Now to see what surprises are awaiting us in the boat.
Bit of dirt in there too. Just a little bit.
Cover us off.
She doesn't look too well.
Just pull the Elston out.
My reel's fine, that's the main thing. I need to have a beer after looking inside my boat like this.
I think it's fair to say that the dust is in every nook and crevice. But what's an adventure without a bit of dirt? At least the reel was well protected and is squeaky clean or ready to pull in some fish.
Well, we made it. We made it. This is
Gold country.
Burketown. Pull the covers off the boats. Dealing with the dust. Chris is having a beer as usual.
And just like that, it's time for dinner.
Tonight, what are we having? Carbonara. It's pasta carbonara. First night in Burketown. Pretty excited.
Good trip. Good driving.
Yeah, wasn't too bad. Very dusty. Insanely dusty. Pull the covers off and start giving everything a bit of a clean tomorrow. We're hungry first.
Chris's. What are you cooking?
At the moment, not much. We're what we got?
We're having a lamb rack with
Oh, do it.
some veggies.
Don't do anything in halves or any.
I thought we were just saying. Campy was meant to be like
Yeah.
dirty old sausages and
Look
tomatoes.
at that.
Sandwiches.
Chuck it in the Weber.
We've still got to put the veggies on yet, so
Yeah.
we'll do that once that's coming along a bit more.
What's happening here?
Noodles and beef strips and satay veggies. It's going to be all put together as like a satay stir fry with noodles.
Makes sense. Yeah.
It's our first morning wake up in Burketown, and it's a breezy start to the day. We're going to make some brekkie, a big cuppa, and head over to say hi to the TOs.
Bit fresh, eh?
Yeah.
Chris slept in the Oz tent last night, so we'll probably be taking his swag over to Swears. But
Weird.
anyway,
The wind's not too bad this morning for swims actually.
yeah, it's a little bit blowy, a little bit earlier on, but anyway, we're going to go and chat to the land council today, so we'll keep you informed from there. Just teeing up our activities for this area. What do you think, Ezra?
Happy about that?
Sounds good, bud.
But right now, I do believe it's coffee time. And who else to whip us up a latte other than the master barista Chris, who's got his espresso machine all ready to go. First order, medium cap, half strength with goat's milk and a dusting of nutmeg, please, sir.
Just cranking this off the inverter. And it hums along. What does it draw? Like 100 amps when it's boiling up?
115.
115. Yeah. Awesome.
Next time on Pro Touring, we get some local insights from landowners,
Most of this area is all off limits to anyone.
get the boats all ready for our big trip over to Swears. We're introduced to our first croc in the Gulf and get up close and personal with the local sandbars too.
Well, don't follow the sandbar. Local knowledge.